MTD CNC, bringing you the latest engineering news, reviews, events and special offers via video media.
Andrew, we're here at Tyler Brothers in Sutton and Ashfield. I'm going to start today by looking at this because I know a lot of our viewers are going to be impressed with this part. This is, well, can you tell me about it?
Yeah, this is called a titanium arm. It actually holds electrical equipment and it goes into a borehole that goes down into the earth. It holds lots of electrical equipment and clamps. It sends signals out, the equipment sends signals out, and from that the boffins can tell what minerals are down there.
The most interesting thing for me about this is the material and what you're doing on it. So you're turning this and then you're milling this in between a fourth axis, I would assume. That's
correct. There's about 3 turning operations. There's a deep hole drilling operation that goes all the way through, and then there's milling operation, and we mustn't forget the skills of the operatives who have to do all the deburring and cleaning up afterwards.
And what we also mustn't forget is the machines that you're making these on. And so we led into that extremely well. Behind us here we've got the Goratu, well, the Lagun and the Goratu machining centres. You've bought lots of these machines, Andrew. What do you like about them?
I like the rigidity of the machines. They're an extremely accurate machine. They're extremely rigid, and probably the most important thing is they've got longevity about them. They will last me 10, 15 years, where other machines on the market, you're probably looking at 5 years before the accuracy goes. These machines are built to last.
So over what period of time have you bought these machining centres?
15 years.
Okay, so you've got machining centre, you've got a big one there as well. Is that one of your latest additions?
We've had that a couple of years. It's a VMC 2 metre access in one direction, and it just gives us a greater flexibility with regards to the work. We don't necessarily want to machine parts as big as that, but it does allow us to have an engineering envelope that is better for us.
What I notice as well from walking around the machine shop is you're doing castings, cast iron materials. I know from experience myself, machining cast iron, you go home, black hands, black in your fingernails, but that obviously has an effect on the machine as well. So how do you keep the machines sort of in maintenance?
We also machine plastics as well, so it really is a cross-section. With regards to maintenance, this is a fairly strict regime on, whereby operators have a weekly responsibility. That's followed up by a monthly responsibility, and that goes through every 12 months. And then every 12 months each machine is given a full service, both mechanically and electrically.
And that's obviously done by Goratu?
Goratu, yeah. They have a fantastic after-sales facility.
I mean, I go to a lot of companies and they won't touch their machine until it breaks down. That's obviously not your philosophy here.
Oh no, do you have your car serviced? I have my car serviced as regularly as I need to, every 10,000 miles. So these machines need servicing to get the best out of them.
I've only got a push bike, so I wouldn't know on the car front. But, so that's on the milling. We're going to go and have a walk, and because it's not just milling, it's obviously turning as well. So let's go and have a look.
Okay, thanks.
So Andrew, this is turning, and this isn't just normal turning. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming you're doing intermittent cutting and stuff.
Very much so. Intermittent cutting in cast iron. It's not the easiest of operations. And screw cutting.
Yeah, you're screw cutting as well.
Yeah, it's fairly standard operations, but once you put them all together, it makes it a bit of a difficult job.
And is this a normal component for you, or a normal part for you?
I think you could consider this a normal component for us. Cast iron is a material we regularly use. We also use stainless steel, titanium, and even plastics. It's my job to make sure that these guys have got all the necessary skills to work in all the different materials. Then customers, if they come along and ask us if we can do something out of the ordinary, then yes, we've got the skill base ready to do it. And
I'll come back to the machines, but when you start talking about intermittent cutting and castings and more difficult materials, the machine needs to be solid and it needs to last. Yeah. And is that, would you say that the Geminis has been that for you?
Absolutely, without question. I've been able to progress this company over last 10, 15 years by buying quality machines like what we've got behind us.
And coming on to probably a final point, what are you going to do? You're cram-packed in here, you're obviously very successful. What are you going to do if you buy another machine? Where are you going to put it?
Put it in the extension I've just built next door. You can't stand still. If you stand still, you go backwards. So we're a progressive company, and I've got an extension built ready-made.
Okay, so more machines and more success for you in the future.
Let's hope so.
All right, thank you very much, Andrew.
My pleasure.
For more videos, products and news, go to mtdcnc.com or follow MTD Online on Twitter.